The ninth labor of Heracles. Obtain the girdle of Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons. The girdle of power. A tale of deception and valor. Imagine standing before the mighty gates of Themyscira, the scent of war and jasmine heavy in the air. You, dear listener, are about to embark on a journey of deceit, power, and unimaginable courage. Imagine, if you will, a time when gods mingled with mortals, and heroes walked the earth. The ninth labor of Heracles, a tale as old as time, yet it never fails to stir the soul. This ordeal was not just a quest for an ornate piece of armor, it was a dance with destiny, a challenge that questioned the very essence of valor and femininity. Picture the mighty Heracles, tasked with obtaining the girdle of Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons. A belt, you might say, but oh, it was so much more. Heracles, the son of Zeus, renowned for his strength, was not just a hero, he was a man driven by redemption, tasked with a series of labors so daunting that mere mortals would tremble at their mention. Yet, it was the ninth labor that would test his mettle against the warrior women who had never known defeat. The Amazons, led by the indomitable Hippolyta, were a force that commanded respect and fear across the ancient world. As you listen further, ask yourself, was it the lure of the girdle, a symbol of divine authority and conquest, that drove Heracles? Or was it the chance to prove his worth in the eyes of gods and men alike? Let us delve into a story so rich and complex that it defies the boundaries of time and culture, a narrative that holds a mirror to our own struggles and triumphs. Certainly, the Amazons of Greek mythology are a fascinating subject. They were portrayed as a tribe of fierce warrior women, equal to men in strength and courage. According to the myths, they were daughters of Ares, the god of war, and lived in a women-only society. Men were only allowed within their territory for breeding purposes, and male infants were either sent away or not allowed to survive. The Amazons were known for their martial prowess, skilled in archery, riding, and combat. They worshipped Artemis, the goddess of the hunt and the moon, which reflects their own attributes as hunters and warriors. Their society was matriarchal, and they were ruled by queens, the most famous being Hippolyta, whom Heracles encountered during his ninth labor. In legends, the Amazons were often involved in various military campaigns and conflicts with other Greek heroes and gods. For example, they fought in the Trojan War on the side of Troy, and their queen at the time, Penthesilea, was said to have been killed by Achilles. The Amazons' homeland was often described as being at the periphery of the known world, ranging from Asia Minor to the steppes around the Black Sea. Themyscira, on the banks of the Thermodon River, is frequently mentioned as their capital. The myth of the Amazons has been retold and reimagined throughout history, and archaeological discoveries have suggested that the legends may have been inspired by real groups of female warriors from the Eurasian steppes. These findings have added a layer of historical intrigue to the already captivating tales of these legendary women. The Amazons, according to Greek mythology, had a unique and complex relationship with men. They were known for their society of warrior women, where no men were allowed to live alongside them. The Amazons were reputed to be all women and were often depicted as having a disdain for men. Their society was structured around female leadership and martial prowess, with men playing no part in their governance or daily life. The myths suggest that the Amazons would occasionally interact with men from neighboring communities for reproductive purposes, but male offspring were typically sent away or raised in a way that they did not become part of Amazon society. This matriarchal setup was seen as a counterpoint to the male-dominated societies of ancient Greece, and the Amazons were both admired and feared for their independence and strength. They represented a self-sufficient society where women could thrive without male intervention, which was a radical concept in the context of the patriarchal Greek world. Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt, wilderness, and childbirth, held a significant role in Amazon society. She was revered as the epitome of the independent, powerful female spirit that the Amazons embodied. As daughters of Ares, the god of war, The Amazons found a kindred spirit in Artemis, who was also associated with warfare and known for her martial prowess. The Amazons saw themselves in Artemis' image, fierce, free, and untamed. They identified with her virginity, which symbolized autonomy from male control. This connection to Artemis reinforced their societal values of female strength and solidarity, as they strived to live in a world where women could be self-reliant and powerful without the influence of men. Moreover, some Amazon tribes, such as the Tauri, were known to sacrifice their captured enemies to the Virgin Goddess, a local deity whom the Greeks identified with Artemis. This practice highlights the deep reverence the Amazons had for Artemis, not just as a goddess of the hunt but as a protector and an embodiment of their ideals. The defeat of Hippolyta by Heracles is a tale of deception and tragedy. Dare you enter the realm of the Amazons? I ask you, dear listener, as if you were there, beside Heracles, feeling the tension, the anticipation. Initially, Hippolyta was willing to give Heracles her girdle. The girdle was not merely an accessory, it was a symbol of power, of divine right, bestowed upon Hippolyta by the war god Ares himself. To claim it was to challenge the gods. However, Hera, the queen of the gods and no friend to Heracles, intervened. Disguised as an Amazon, Hera spread a rumor that Heracles planned to kidnap Hippolyta. Heracles, with his brawn and brain, knew the gravity of his quest. The Amazons, fierce warriors, unparalleled in combat, were not to be trifled with. Yet, our hero's reputation preceded him, and initially, Hippolyta agreed to part with her prized possession. But Hera, queen of the gods, ever the meddler, whispered seeds of doubt and betrayal, turning the Amazons against Heracles. Believing their queen was in danger, the Amazons attacked Heracles and his men. The ensuing battle was epic, a clash of titans, where every move was exaggerated, every blow a thunderous symphony. Heracles, outnumbered, fought with the ferocity of a cornered lion. Swords clashed, shields shattered, and the very earth trembled beneath their feet. In the chaos, Heracles, thinking that Hippolyta had betrayed him, killed her and took the girdle by force. This act was not one of heroism but of misunderstanding, spurred by the gods meddling in mortal affairs. It's a poignant reminder of the thin line between friend and foe and how quickly trust can turn to enmity under the influence of deceit. In the end, Heracles emerged victorious, girdle in hand, but at what cost? The air was thick with the cries of the fallen, and the hero's heart was heavy. Had he become a pawn in the gods' cruel game? The emotional toll was immense, a burden that would weigh upon his soul. As we reflect upon this story, we're reminded of the complexities of heroism. The line between right and wrong blurs in the face of divine politics. Heracles' ninth labor is not just a story of conquest, but a meditation on the price of glory. So, I leave you with this thought: in our pursuit of greatness, let us not forget the lessons of the past. May the echoes of Heracles' trials resonate within us, guiding our actions, tempering our ambitions. For in the end, it is not the girdle that defines us, but the choices we make in its pursuit.